Hi, my name is Junji Takemasa. I'm an assistant professor of Osaka University in Japan. Today, I present our research about high-speed end-to-end packet forwarding with FIB of billion prefixes by using a programmable switch and commodity computers. The goal of this work is to achieve 10 Tbps end-to-end packet forwarding with a FIB of billion prefixes. To achieve this goal, we leverage a fast switching speed of a programmable switch and a large DRAM capacity of commodity computers together. However, the DRAM accesses consume the bandwidth of the switch, and thus such DRAM accesses degrade the entire throughput of the router. To overcome this issue, our key idea is to forward data packets by switch alone, but to forward interest packets by computers. This design is based on two rationales. First, this design can fully leverage a fast switching speed of a programmable switch to accommodate a large amount of data traffic. Generally, data packet is much larger than interest packet. Second, this design can leverage a large DRAM capacity of computers without much consumption of the bandwidth to store billion prefixes of a FIB. To justify this router design, we estimate how much throughput the router design achieves. In summary, the router design can achieve about 10.8 Tbps data throughput by only using two computers. I omit details of an estimation condition in the slide, so please see the details in the paper. In this slide, I briefly explain how to estimate the throughput. We can estimate the throughput by calculating the ideal number of computers n. This is because n determines the bottleneck in the router as well as the throughput. More specifically, a large value of n lacks bandwidth for data forwarding b due to the connection of waste-free many computers. In contrast, a small value of n lacks computing capacity for interest packet forwarding lambda. So, the ideal number of computers n is obtained when the bandwidth and the computing capacity are well balanced. That is, b is nearly equal to n times lambda times s. In this equation, s is the data packet size. Next, we design packet processing flows of an interest and a data packet in this figure. First, interest packet is handled by a computer. The computer looks up its FIB at the DRAM to decide the outgoing port of the interest packet. Then, the interest packet is handled by a switch. The switch records the incoming port of the interest packet at pit of the switch ASIC. In contrast, data packet is handled by a switch alone. More precisely, the switch looks up and deletes the incoming port of the corresponding interest packet at its pit. To realize such processing flows, we must implement a pit in the switch ASIC, but the switch ASIC has limitations in terms of both memory capacity and computing units. More specifically, there are two design challenges in the switch ASIC. The first challenge is to store a few millions of names at the SRAM device of the switch ASIC. The pit of about 2 million entries with about 64-byte name consumes about 128 megabyte footprint, for example. But such a footprint does not fit into tenths of the megabyte SRAM capacity of a switch ASIC. To overcome this challenge, our design is to hash names of bits at switch ASIC. The hashing can compress a long name into a short name hash, but this design causes hash collision, so we handle such collision via name-based bit at computers. The second challenge is to complete all the operations by one pipeline pass. ASIC pipeline has a limited amount of ALUs in each stage. Recirculating packets through a pipeline via loopback ports increases the number of ALUs for handling a single bit entry, but each recirculation reduces bandwidth by half, so the throughput is degraded. To overcome this challenge, we design the multi-stage pipeline layout for a bit structure at the switch ASIC. About the design of the hashing, I firstly explain how to record interest packets at a bit of a switch ASIC and computer. In our design, the incoming interface of the interest packet is recorded at a switch or a computer. More specifically, the interface is recorded at a switch if the same hash is not found at a switch. But if the same hash is found at a switch, the interface is recorded at a computer with the name of the interest packet. With the incoming interface, the number of interest packets pending at the switch and computers is also counted for collision handling. The number is incremented when interest packet is successfully forwarded and decremented when the data packet is successfully forwarded. With such data structure, I next explain how to forward data packets. Data packet forwarding is different between cases with and without hash collision. First, switch can itself forward data packets just after arrival of only one interest packet of the same hash. The case means no hash collision, and this case mostly occurs. The left figure shows this example. First, the interest packet arrives. And then, when data packet arrives, it finds the hash value at a switch. The hash is obviously created by the corresponding interest packet of the same name, so the data packet is forwarded by a switch alone. Second, in contrast, switch must involve a computer for forwarding data packet after arrivals of two or more than interest packets of the same hash. This case means hash collision and infrequently occurs, but must be handled. The right figure shows this example. We assume that two interest packets with the same hash but different names arrive beforehand. When data packet arrives, the hash cannot identify whether the name of the data packet is same or different to the stored one at the switch. So, the computer instead performs the validation. Based on the validation result, data packet is forwarded from a switch or a computer. The collision is detected based on the number of pending interest packets at a switch. Please see details of the complete algorithm in the paper. Next, for the challenge of the limited pipeline resource, we make two design choices for efficient pipeline layout. First, we split an incoming interface and a pending field of a single bit entry into two distinct pipeline stages. This is because ALUs of a single pipeline stage is not enough to handle both fields of a single bit entry. In our design, ALUs of the two stages are enough to complete handling a single pit entry by one pipeline path over switch ASIC. Second, we distribute different hashes to multiple stages. This is because tens of the megabyte SRAM capacity only result from the SRAMs of all the stages. As a result, we can store about 2 million of pit entries at a switch ASIC. To evaluate our router design, we implement a prototype router by using realistic hardware. There are two objectives of this evaluation. First, we compare the entire throughput between our proposal and naive designs. In a naive design, a computer performs both pit and fib for packets, but switch only dispatches packets to computer. The second objective is to validate that our proposal successfully forwards data packets by switch alone. For the evaluation, we implement a prototype router by using one Tofino switch and one computer. The switch equips with Intel Tofino ASIC and 32 100 Gbps ports. The computer equips with two 22-core CPUs and two 40 Gbps ports. The switch implements a hash-based pit at a switch ASIC, and the computer implements a name-based pit and a fib at DRAMs. As described in the right figure, the switch and the computer are connected via two 40 Gbps ports. To test the prototype router, we construct a software-based traffic generator. The traffic generator can generate up to 500 Gbps interest data traffic by using 3 computers, as described in the right figure. First, we make a comparison of the total throughput between proposal and naive designs. The table shows the measurement results of the throughput in units of the bit and the packets. The throughput of the proposal design achieves nearly equal to the upper bound of the software traffic generator. In contrast, the throughput of the naive design is limited by 80 Gbps bandwidth between switch and computer. This is because of bandwidth consumption due to DRAM accesses of computers by data packets. Next, we validate how much data packet is successfully forwarded by switch alone in proposal. As a result, up to 98% of data packets are forwarded by switch alone. The rest 2% are also successfully forwarded via computer. Please see details of the measurement condition in the paper. In conclusion, through this work, we demonstrate that 10 Tbps NDN packet forwarding with fib of billion prefixes is feasible by a combination of a programmable switch and a few commodity computers. The key idea is to forward data packets by switch alone for efficient bandwidth usage of the switch, but to forward interest packets for leveraging a large DRAM capacity of computers to store billion prefixes of a fib. To make this idea reality, we propose a compact hash-based pit structure for a switch ASIC. Our prototype router achieves about 470 Gbps throughput by using one Intel Tofino switch and one computer. Our work is in a premature stage, so there are open research issues. Among them, we have already addressed the first issue. Please see CCNGen in the poster session. Thank you for listening.